Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for BoardGameGeek. I'm at Gen Con 2016, sitting down with Sarah Erickson from Renegade Game Studios, and you brought us Covert.
Yes, this is one of our huge releases.
Flying out of your booth at a record pace.
Absolutely, this game is amazing. I love it. I'm super excited.
I'm just saying I should have introduced it like this, since it is a spy-themed game.
Yeah, it's a Cold War era spy-themed game where you are trying to complete missions to win the game. And once enough missions have been completed, it ends and you score the mission cards that you have already completed.
All right, take us through what a flavor of a turn.
Yeah, so on your turn, there are these different action spaces that you can place your dice on. So you're going to be rolling these really cool big chunky dice and placing them on action selection spaces, and that's what you're going to be doing during your turn. So if I had placed this here, let's kind of get a few of these on there. So on my turn now, if I really wanted to place my 5 somewhere, I can no longer place it here or here because you can only place numerically adjacent. So now that some people have already placed, only the 1 and the 4 are available for this particular action. So you have to kind of look around and see what dice other people have rolled to decide which actions you think will be available in the future, which actions will be available right now, and you have to plan out your turn that way. So in this case, I've placed some here. This particular action lets me move my meeples around on the board. And that's very important because the goal is that we're really trying to complete missions. And these missions each have some different requirements on them. Oh, there we go. So for this one, we would need to have one of our spies in these particular locations. And we would also need to have lock picks, which are this one. There's different requirements on each one of these different cards. So for this one, you would have to have one of your spies in Rome, you'd have to have an ID card and a camera. So to get your meeples in different places, you'll use this moving action. You can also use this action to take what are called agency cards. These cards give you different pieces of equipment that you can use to complete missions, but you can only take the ones that are associated with where your meeple is.
Which
at the time.
I think it's worth pointing out some of the awesome artwork on here, like this shoe gadget.
It reminds me of Inspector Gadget or something great like that.
Don't get me started, I could sing the theme song. Lock picks, I mean, the artwork on this is super photorealistic, so that's spectacular.
It's great, and I really like the graphic design in this game because each one of these cards, while being beautiful, really is able to do 3 different things, and I think the way the graphic design is done, it's very obvious once you know how to play the game. So this one, you can either discard it for to complete a mission for your ID card, or you can discard it to fly to a location to help you complete a different mission.
All color-coded to kind of help you figure out where on the board you're going.
Exactly. Or you can use it for a special action. So this one would let you do the decoder. It will help you decode some of your secret messages. And each one of these cards, because they can be used in 3 different ways, makes it so you never feel frustrated. You're always able to do something fun on your turn. It's really neat. So you'll be going around, you'll be collecting these agency cards, you'll be moving your meeples on the board, you'll be completing missions, but also each turn you'll get a chance to decode some messages. You'll have a couple of these cards in your hand, and these all have 3 numbers. You're trying to recreate that pattern on the board. So you get 1 chance to swap and make this work out. So in this case, I want to have a 1, 3, and a 6 all in a row in this pattern, but it's not really going to be very easy to do that. So if I had been playing this a little bit more and set it up and I'd roll my dice, I could use one of my dice to change one of these numbers if it wasn't working out. So let's say, just as an example here, the board looked like this. On my turn, I could replace that 3 with a 6 using one of my dice, and now it matches. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm upside down. There we go. Now it matches. And now I get another piece of equipment that I could use to complete a mission. So it's just another way you can get some stuff. The only other thing you could do with your dice is place in the special operations folder. You've got this baggie of tokens that all have the special actions, the same types of special actions you'd see on the agency cards are in this bag as tokens. And it's just another thing you can do so you're never frustrated. You always have something exciting and fun and productive to do on your turn.
Now, obviously, this 4-player game, but how long do you think a full game would take you?
With 4 players, it's going to take a little longer, like an hour and a half. If you're playing with 2 players that know what they're doing, you'll definitely get through a game in 45 minutes or so.
I think also I just wanted to point out too that the artwork on the board too is really spectacular. It actually has little reminiscent of having that board with all the newspaper clippings and photos with strings strung and pins in them. And I really like how you guys made your map reminiscent of sort of that paranoia spy wall art.
Yes, exactly. I love the pins in the board. They're very cute. That's great.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for giving us a little sneak peek of Covert. I know a lot of people have been really excited to check this one out, and I have to say it is impressive in person as it has been in the chat. So if you guys are interested in checking this out, this is Covert from Renegade Game Studios. Thank you so much.
Thanks.